October 25th, 1944. The Philippine Sea churns in the wake of hundreds of warships. But let's change one thing. Cutting through the Surigao Strait where USS Melvin should be is something no one understands. So what happens when the most advanced destroyer on Earth is unleashed during one of history's most brutal naval battles? The Arleigh Burke Flight 3rd isn't just any old destroyer. It's a 509 blade of steel and circuits. Topping it all off is an electronic warfare system that can fry enemy electronics, torpedo tubes loaded with homing weapons. But Admiral Takeo Kurita's center force is no pushover. Leading his charge, supporting them are 3 more battleships, including Nagato with her 16-inch rifles, as well as
opposing the Burke are veteran warships crewed by men who've been fighting across the Pacific for years. They've practiced night battles until they can reload in pitch darkness.
Six cruise missiles streak north at 900 kilometers per hour, 50 feet above the waves. No lookout can spot.
Musashi takes 2 hits, 1 in her forward magazine and 1 in her engine rooms. The first turns her bow into a steel inferno. The second kills her propulsion, leaving the ship and its crew dead in the water, burning and sinking. The horizon is still pitch black, and the 2,500-man crew is out of commission before they realize the battle started.
Radio channels flood with panicked reports of submarines, mines, or ghost bombers. Nobody can comprehend that one destroyer 150 kilometers away just decapitated their battle line.
By dawn, when American escort carriers would have launched their planes off Samar, Kurita's center force is already crippled. By dawn, when American escort carriers would have launched their planes off Samar, the destroyer races north at 35 knots. When Japanese float planes finally spot it, a lone gray shape slicing through the morning seas.
Kurita's surviving ships move to engage what they think is a 1940s American cruiser.
At 75 kilometers, the Burke opens up with a barrage of SM-6 missiles.
The heavy cruiser Chokai disintegrates when a Mach 3.5 missile hits her bridge.
Suzuya is hit as well, and its ammunition magazines detonate in the blaze seconds later.
Japanese 8-inch shells begin falling all around the destroyer as every ship realizes it's its only target. But hitting a target moving at 35 knots from 40 kilometers away, let's just say, it's difficult. Japanese gunnery, excellent by 1944 standards, becomes guesswork.
2 fiery explosions with mushroom clouds appear on the water. Symbols of decisive action and denial flash above them.
2 Japanese battleships move across the ocean, their destination becoming clear as a map of the Philippines appears.
Suddenly, 2 Japanese battleships are caught within a black space. A modern gray destroyer launches a long white missile with a red tail from its bow. The text 8 Tomahawk appears. A Japanese battleship is completely engulfed in large orange flames.
A large, fiery explosion with a mushroom cloud appears on the water. A black arrow points down to the explosion next to it.
2 Japanese destroyers move between brown hills.
A modern gray destroyer is on a light blue ocean. A sonar icon emitting waves appears above the ship. The destroyer's missile supply is nearly depleted.
Ozawa's decoy force is detected.
The decoy force unleashes its remaining air power.
The destroyer creates an anti-air defense.
A large, fiery explosion detonates on the left, displaying 30 kilometers. Another plane explodes on the right, marking 10.
A Japanese fighter plane flies above a modern gray destroyer. The Valencia destroyer stern. A Japanese fighter plane flies as a red line emanates from the CIWS gun towards it. The CIWS system is on A damaged Japanese Zero plane trailing smoke flies towards a modern gray destroyer. The phalanx CIWS fires, a wall of 20mm tungsten projectiles hitting the Japanese Zero plane. The plane explodes. An enemy threat is neutralized, its air power diminished. Vertical launch cells are depleted, but the Burke remains
A modern gray destroyer closes within 15 kilometers of a Japanese aircraft carrier. A 5-inch shell fires from a Japanese aircraft carrier, the very one that launched the attack on Pearl Harbor, bursts into flames.
A Japanese aircraft carrier, the Chiyoda, burns with large flames. The Chiyoda follows the others into ruin.
The carrier is engulfed in flames, emitting smoke as it begins to sink. The last decoy carrier is reduced to burning wreckage.
Admiral Ozawa and his senior officers abandon their command. The American escort carriers return to port intact, without a single casualty. Without their covering fire, American planes attack Japanese shore batteries with impunity. Japanese battleships turn back to Japan. They are defeated. The Japanese Empire will fall in less than a year. All of this because of one ship sent from the future. It was able to make it to Leyte Gulf in time for the cleanup. It picks up the survivors and sails off. The end. A single ship shifting the tides of history. What an impact! Just as technology can shift battles, it can also bring modern solutions to personal struggles. Just as one ship from the future changed the course of history, one conversation can change your life.
Our story showed how 80 years of technological evolution could rewrite history in a single night.
It reminds us that even the smallest change, or the biggest leap, can have an incredible impact.